Hi! Hello, OTG Europe and Africa. My name is Lilli Vanhatalo. And
Hi, I'm Tui.
I have a wonderful guest here in this surprise live. We have a tight schedule here in Team Elite trip on ocean cruises. We are now actually in Turkey's Kusadasi and we are getting to explore the island. But I really needed to have this live with you because this lady, he has been a huge inspiration to me. And I just found out that I have been an inspiration for you.
I've watched your lives so many times. I stopped you in the hallway and I was like, hey, hi, I'm a big fan.
And it felt felt so good because I found out yesterday in the recognition that she is actually 4-star Team Elite
These are my
Platinum.
4-star Team Elite Platinum nails.
Yeah, those are amazing. And she has earned a huge extra bonus because of that. And she will tell you a little bit more about it. And she found out yesterday, how did it feel to find out how much extra money you actually got?
Yeah, that's basically a house deposit for our family. So, yeah, 6 figures Australian dollars. That's really, really big, and I'm so grateful. It's life changing. New Skin is so life changing.
I think in euros it's close to 100,000 euros extra bonus, and every one of you are able to do the same if you want. And well, sometimes this business can be hard. We all have had ups and downs, and there has been weak moments. And I'm pretty sure that every one of us has been close to end up the whole business. How was it with you? How long have you been with New Skin so far?
Yeah, so hi everyone. Thank you so much, Lily. You are so gorgeous and she's such a great mom. And I really loved her lives before. Sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. It really helped me to learn how to balance motherhood. And I think you did a time diagram. Yeah. Do you remember that live?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening.
These OTG lives, they are important.
Yeah, they are so important.
Remember to watch them.
So thank you so much, Lily. It's such an honor for me to be on this call, you guys, especially with beautiful Lily. And my upline, Kenton Worthington, was encouraging me to jump on as well. I'm a little bit nervous, but at the end of the day, I just want to give you some value, hopefully something that I say that will help you change your life. I'll quickly share my story. So my name is Tui Palemulitalo. I'm 32 years old and I was born in New Zealand and I live in Australia, and I have been in Australia for the last 3 years. So I am Tongan. My parents I was born in New Zealand, but my parents are from Tonga. It's near Fiji. It's a little island, kind of like Moana, yeah? Hence the flower. So that's my background. And before New Skin, I joined New Skin when I was 22. Oh. I was 22 years old. My husband and I were married. He was a policeman for New Zealand, and I was a university student. So I was studying Spanish and English to become a high school teacher. And at the same time, even though he had a job and I was working 3 part-time jobs, so I was selling chocolate fondue at the mall. I was one of those people in the middle of the mall, sample, and I had to wash chocolate machines, and it was so hard. I had to sell photography at play centers, and I was a receptionist, a temp receptionist. So I was juggling 3 part-time jobs while studying at uni just to help with petrol, just to help with food, just to help with the bills. And a lot of the times I ended up failing my classes because I had to work so much just to help support and my husband and I, just to make ends meet. You may not be in the financial situation that I was in before I joined New Skin, but I used to live in a garage. Do you guys have garages where you're from?
We have garages.
The place where you park the car.
But we have so cold weather that we can't live there.
Yeah, you can't live there. Yeah, mine was cold too. But it was made into kind of like a house, a 2-bedroom house. My husband and I didn't have a car. We didn't have a bed. We slept on a mattress that was this thick. We were really, really, really struggling. And I was 8 months pregnant when I found out about the business. So the week that my friend invited me to come to an event, I was literally on the phone with the power company, asking them, please don't turn off my power. We were shopping with a calculator, literally shopping, calculating everything. We just had to make sure that, you know, like that we wouldn't get declined at the front counter. And so that's the kind of life that we were living. And I'm so grateful to my friend Liz, who invited me to an event, because she had only been in the business for a few weeks herself.
Really?
She was brand new.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
all she said was, come to this event. That's all she said. And she's my friend. I had no idea what it was about, but I just went because I wanted to support my friend, and I thought there'd be free stuff. There was nothing free, but it's a free opportunity. That's what I got. So when I went to that meeting and I saw the compensation plan, I heard testimonials. I didn't understand everything that was happening, but I felt really good. I felt really good. I ran and grabbed a napkin. I grabbed a pen. I wrote down the compensation plan. I went home and I showed my husband. I was like, look at this. Look at this money that normal people like you and me are earning that I learned tonight. He's like, what? Oh my gosh, let's do it. And so we spent our last $2,000 to buy a business builder kit. And we submitted our LOI in the last week of Feb. We came a brand rep a couple of months later, because that back then you had to do a 3-month qualification. And we dropped straight away.
So that's an attitude that you are actually calculating your bills and calling to the electricity office not to break down the electricity, and then you make a decision and you use your last
$2,000
to get the back and start the business.
To submit our LOI and to try all the products. And we spent $150 to buy a black box back then. So back then we had a box with a book and a manual and CDs of Kenton and all these amazing leaders talking. And for the first 15 months, maybe I made like $50. I didn't make much money, but you know, I'm so grateful for the goal setting exercise of the vision. If life was perfect in every way, what would it look like? And my husband and I literally spent an hour just writing 100 things and designing our life. We were living in a garage. We didn't have a car. We were hungry a lot of times. We couldn't eat out. We couldn't go to restaurants. When our friends wanted to go movies, we had to say, sorry, we're sick, or we're busy, but we just had no money. And so we never allow our circumstances to define what we want and who we are. And so I am so thankful that I did that exercise of writing down what I wanted my life to look like. And I was very, very clear. And you know, everything that I wrote down 10 years ago, because I've been a part of the business for 10 years now. I started when I was 22. I'm 32 now. Everything that I wrote 10 years ago has come true.
Everything
everything.
Oh my gosh.
I've been to every country that I wrote down. My kids are in private school. They have swimming lessons, gymnastics lessons, piano lessons. I'm a full-time mom. Like everything I wrote down 10 years ago has come true because I didn't give up.
So that was the vision you got.
That's the vision.
You saw the vision, and that was probably a big one.
Big vision. And you know, at the time when they asked me if life was perfect in every way, what would it look like? Write 100 things down. It was hard. It was really hard. But I wrote down everything, and at the time I didn't think it was possible, but they said, don't think about the how, just write it down, just write it down. And you know, for me, writing is very therapeutic. I have a small diary here. But back home I have a big diary. It's A4 and it's 2 pages for each day.
Oh my gosh.
And it's full. The last 2 years I've written on every page. Because I just write my thoughts. I just write to myself, and I just say things like, I am a team elite, you know, I am gonna have this. And writing is so powerful. It's changed my life so much. So just going back to the beginning of my story, 15 months, didn't earn much. Social media came. I started posting about the toothpaste polishing bar, skyrocketed up to Ruby, went on success trips, came back down a bit, skyrocketed up to Blue Diamond with Y-Span and T-Green. And then I crashed so hard. I was earning 5 figures a month in 2021. 5 figures a month I was earning, and I crashed, and I was earning $900 a month.
900 from five
figures.
5 figures
to $900.
Oh my gosh! So you basically became Blue Diamond, but then you
crashed all the way down to Lapis.
All the way down to Lapis. So how did that feel?
I just had given birth to my son. I was battling postnatal depression. I had a lot of self-confidence issues. I would post once a week because I found it really hard. I never gave up though. That's the thing. In the last 10 years that I've been in the business, tsunami, tornado, typhoon, I was still consistent. I was still showing up to meetings. I was still maintaining my group sales volume. I was still doing the minimum, you know, but I never stopped. I never stopped. And so when I fell down to Lapis, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what has happened? Like, oh my gosh. And my husband's like, oh, do you think you need to get a job? I was like, no, I don't want to work. And if you do work, good on you. But for me, as a mom of 4 kids, we have a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. I did not want to work. And so 2 years ago, I had to make a decision to fight for my fairy tale. Oh my gosh, sorry.
I am almost crying too. Like I have to, you know, be very, very strong here. But we all have been in that moment in the business that you are kind of in the edge, that you either you decide that you continue, you do whatever it takes to go through it, or you give up.
Yeah.
So what did you decide on that time?
There is nothing more dangerous than a made-up mind. Like when you see all these people here on this incredible Team Elite trip, people like Lily, they made a decision. And I wrote down on my diary, I am going to be a Team Elite 4-star platinum. And especially when I found out about the bonus pool and I knew how much that money would change my life, I made a decision and I wrote it down every day for the last 2 years. And that's kind of like 18 months really. And so like the things that I did was I did a lot of writing. I became very clear with my goals. I made sure that I could picture it. And then I called my upline. I talked to my husband. I made we had a family meeting, in-laws, kids, my husband, and I said, this is what I'm doing. I need your support. I need your help. And it's so important as moms to ask for help.
Yes.
So I have a niece that comes over every Wednesday, plays with the kids for 2 hours. Everything that I can get just to help with the kids so that I can have a bit more time to work. Because I really believe in sacrificing for what you want, or what you want becomes the sacrifice. And so, but it's always worth it. So we got to work, and then also looking at scheduling. Like I would look at like what my day would look like, when I would be able to work, when I would be able to focus. And I just oh my gosh, I poured my heart and my soul into my business the last 2 years. And you know what's crazy? I don't remember any late nights. I don't remember any crying. I don't remember the hard work. I just remember the joy. I just remember the people that I've helped, how the products have helped them, and the trips and all the amazing things. And so fighting back from Lapis to Blue Diamond was so crazy, but it was amazing. I did a lot of following up. I just wrote a lot of names. Like my whole wall was just covered in names.
That's the way to do a contact list. You know, because like we lose a lot of leads by not following up. So for example, I have a lady called Lata, and I know her husband, and I just met her on the success trip right before we came here in Mexico. I met her for the first time in 18 months. And she's a mom of 4, and when she joined the business, I asked her 6 months before, every month for 6 months, no. 6th month, yes. Oh my gosh.
And so and she's one of my leadership teams.
Oh my gosh.
So no doesn't mean no, it means not now.
Not now.
And so I was in the trenches. I was in my work. I was really focused, you know. I was doing a lot of following up, writing all the names down, and the kind of list that I keep, if it helps, is I make a list of people that are yet to order. I make a list of people who have ordered. I make a list of people that I want to prospect. So I screenshot a lot of profiles, Instagram, Facebook. I screenshot and I make an album on my phone of people that I eventually want to sign up. I make a list of people who are interested but not signed up yet. I make a list of new team members, and I make a list of old team members. And so there's just hundreds of names on Google Sheets under all these names. And my job is to at least send them all a message once a month. And it's just all about timing, you know. So I don't even know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, but this is a crucial information, and I like your story. Like, it's so inspiring, and you have been part of this OTG community through the lives and probably been on the events too. But would you like to describe about the products? You mentioned that you started with toothpaste and it was polishing bar.
Yeah, so we started with the toothpaste. The polishing bar was really, really good for pigmentation. Right now we are really good at selling the meta, so gut reset. And the reason why it helps our Polynesian people is because our Polynesian people are really, really sick. One generation ago, we were living on coconut, on fish. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah.
So
we don't have the meta in Europe.
Yeah.
But what's your main product at the moment?
One of my leaders, Pauline Kaufosi, she coined this saying, which I really love. And she said that my number one product is a 10,000 point product.
10,000 point product?
10,000.
Do we have that kind of product?
And that 10,000 point product is Success Trips.
Success Trips.
I love how she says that. You know, that 10,000 point is Success Trip. You can get someone to join the business to travel. They share the products, they earn income, and they teach other people how to travel. And so, especially right now in the economy, not many people can afford to travel. So it's a luxury. It's an amazing business opportunity and tool to use the Success Trips. So it's very, very simple for us. Like, for example, the duplication model. We all have different duplication models, and there's no right way of building the business. To me, it's about mindset and it's about energy. But as soon as you start, as soon as I present to you, my expectation for you is you will be a brand rep straight away.
For sure.
You will sell 22 Meta, become a brand rep. And the next month, you will sell 33, help 2 to sell 33. You've done your first month for the trip. And then the next 3 months, sell 100 as a team, and you go on a trip. And so we've had people who have been in the business for literally 9 months and have been on 2 Success Trips.
Yeah.
So it's so incredible, like the Success Trip energy. And it's so good to push for Success Trips because it's not just about going on the trip, but it creates urgency, it creates energy. And when you come on the trip, you will feel so incredible. You will learn so much, meet so many new people. It's so different than just traveling like by yourself normally. Yeah,
it's like that. I saw you like few minutes ago for the first time, and now I feel like we have known forever.
Exactly.
And this, you know, start working towards the Success Trip. Start with Utah and go for next Success Trip. They will announce the destination soon. And remember this one thing. I had a huge light bulb moment yesterday when I heard these words. If you have big vision, you will have small problems. But if you have a small vision, you will have big problems.
Yes.
And we all have had problems, and it's gonna be few problems more coming, I promise. But if your vision is big enough, it will outwin the problems many times. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And do not give up on your dreams, because they are so much worth of fighting for. And like you said, I totally agree. When you are kind of building it and you eventually get there where you want, you don't remember those hours you worked.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't remember the pain.
The good things.
You feel so good after you have done it. And it doesn't matter how long or how short time you have been in the business. Just make the decision, write down your big vision, or write down the 100 things you want, and let's do it, guys. We have all the tools in the world now.
Exactly. And you know, like, I really love how you talked about vision, because one of my favorite sayings is you bring about what you think about. So if you're thinking about the problems and the disappointment and the failures and everything, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But if you think about excitement, you write your income goal. Do you know how much you want to earn? Do you know how much your team want to earn? Do you have it on your wall? Do you have it? Do you remember it? If you ask me anyone on my team, I know how much they want to earn.
Yeah.
Their income goal.
Yeah.
You know, so having that vision. And so, and what you think about, you bring about. So really retraining your mindset. You do not have one brain cell, one cell in your body to waste on things that will not benefit you and your business. And so think about and bring about success. Think and bring about extra income, new people, selling your products, the kind of business that you want. Think about that.
Think about that and ask that from the person you're talking with. Don't start explaining all the compensation plan, all the products, everything. Ask them, what do you want in your life? That's the only question you have to ask. And then you just close your mouth and start listen and ask again the same question if needed.
Yeah.
But let them open their heart
And
share, because that's the thing which we can help them the most with.
Yeah.
And we can change so many people's life. Like,
Yes.
you have changed yours and I have
Thank
changed
you.
mine.
Yeah.
Like, I can't describe it, but we can't afford letting anyone down. We have to make sure that every person in this planet will know about Nu Skin, about Prism.io, about the scanner, about the
India,
nutritionals,
everything.
India, and the skincare products, and start with that one question.
Yes.
What do you want
Yes.
in your life?
Yes, and I really loved how you were talking about like recruiting and sharing with people. If I can share my social media, I find it really easy to recruit. I think I have like a 99% success rate when it comes.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to hear this too.
Okay, so what I do is I love to respond. I'm sure a lot of people are already doing this, but I love to respond to people's stories. And so if someone is showing like a restaurant, I'll be like, wow, that's so pretty. Where is that? That looks so yum. If someone shares their daughter, oh, so cute. How old are they? And I start to have a conversation. And I just talk and I just talk and I just talk. And then when it feels right, hey, by the way, how would extra income help you? That's my golden question, and I tell me and my team, we have to ask at least 10 people every day.
Yeah, at
on
least
social-
10
how
people
would
every
extra income help you? Finding out what they want.
Yeah.
And then they say, yeah, it'll help pay the bills. And then I ask a more specific question. What would you do if you had $50, $200, $500 a week? And they said, oh my gosh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. Okay, great. Can I show you what I'm doing? They said, yes. Send a video or call and present, and then they sign up.
And they already trust you because of the
you've been having a
conversation.
conversation. So
Oh
yeah,
my
strangers
gosh.
really become
Yeah.
family in this business. And you know something that I've learned from this Team Elite trip, you guys? This is my first Team Elite trip after 10 years. There's a few things I want to share, if that's okay. First of all,
we have the whole day.
so first of all, my upline is Richard and Kenton Worthington, and Kenton told me something years ago when I started. He said, Tui, you have to make a decision now that you will never quit.
That's
You
the
have-
most important one, though.
Yeah, there's no thought. There has never been a thought in my mind like, oh, maybe I should stop. Maybe I should try something else. This is it. Nu Skin is it. There is nothing like this company out there. This is it. And if it hasn't been working for you, you need to work with your upline. You need to revisit what you're doing. You need to have a look at your daily actions. You need to track your actions. Maybe every day, write how many posts you've done, how many engagements, how many friends you've added, how many referrals, how many lives, how many people you stay connected with. Like writing down your numbers. And then you'll see, oh, that's right. I don't have any customers because I only have 300 friends, you know? So it's looking at the data as well. And I really appreciate like that story of the, have you heard of the flea in the mayonnaise jar? So I haven't slept all night.
We're not very much.
Yeah,
now.
I haven't slept all night. I was on a Zoom call at 3 a.m. here with the team back in the Pacific in Australia and New Zealand. And I was telling them, we are like a flea in a mayonnaise jar. When we put the flea in the jar, the flea jump like this. When we take the lid off, the flea is still jumping the same height. He doesn't know he can jump like this. And that's like us. When we think of Team Elite, we think, oh, I can't do that. That's too hard. But I've been meeting so many people on this trip who've been here for after a year, 2 years, 5 years, or even me, 10 years. And so I want you to know that Team Elite is not hard. We make it hard. We
It's
make it
only a
hard.
thought.
Yeah, we make it hard. But we have so many blue diamonds. It's just an extra leadership team. So everyone needs to be in South Africa. Like
Everyone
Yeah,
needs
everyone
to be
needs to
in
be
the
in
same,
South
in the
Africa.
next Team Elite trip.
seriously, oh my gosh, you guys, like, even if you just come for the food,
Even the food is incredible.
even if you just come for the food, oh my goodness. So, you know, like, our success trips as a market is amazing, but Team Elite success trips is another level. This trip has been so incredible.
This is the craziest one. This is the whole cruise. You have probably seen pictures of this cruise. This whole cruise is rented only for us Team Elites. There is no one else here. Everyone you meet, you
It's
know,
insane.
you know that they are Team Elites. You start talking, and there is huge amount of restaurants. Everything is
Amazing.
included.
It's
Every
so
day you can
amazing.
go to a new island
city.
to explore
Yeah.
that a little bit, come back, do some activities, make a little
Meetings,
bit works,
yeah.
meetings, and you,
Oh my gosh.
this is kind of, it's a lifestyle. You start with a little bit extra income, then you kind of create that as a habit. You create a lifestyle, and this is the thing is that we are helping other
Yeah.
people to create the lifestyle also. So this will be a legacy for us, and that can be it for you too. And for now, I know that you have to go to sleep, and I probably have to go to eat breakfast.
Oh, we're
too.
gonna go to Turkey. We're gonna step
We
into
won't
Turkey.
sleep.
Yeah.
We don't need to sleep
Oh my
because of
gosh.
this
You guys,
huge energy.
come to South Africa. Google Sun City. Have you seen the movie Blended?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
That's where we're staying.
I know, it's crazy.
Google Sun City, print photos, put it on the wall, right? I am going. And something I tell my team when we go on success trips, tell your +1 you're taking them now.
Yeah.
Now. Whoever you're planning to take, tell them you're going to take them, and tell them you're going to go, and believe in yourself that you can do it. Did you hear Amanda Carr yesterday? She said the most important thing in this business is that you believe in yourself.
You have to believe.
And that's so true.
Because if you don't have the belief in yourself, you won't do it.
Yeah.
And if you set the goal high enough, you create the self-confidence, you will end up either to the moon where you're trying to end, or you're visualizing to end, or to the stars, and that's good also. So you actually you just do it. It's just messaging to people, talking with people. You don't have to do anything extraordinary, you know. It's just normal conversations, and start people immediately and work towards the trips fast, and you will actually do it. And this is what we wanted to share with you. I hope you get some value, and let's do it, guys.
Thank you,
Lily. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having me. Bye.